Are you ready for some high-speed drama in NASCAR? The sport has gone a long way, but the path to equality has not been easy. Join us as we explore the world of NASCAR, where Hailie Deegan is proving the naysayers wrong. From the days when great driver Richard Petty declared, "There are no ladies in racing," to the present, where more women are making their mark. We'll look at how Hailie Deegan's journey is changing the game. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button for more whereabouts on NASCAR. NASCAR is a sport that's open to changes. Since it started, things like how they race, safety, and what's considered normal in the sport have all been adjusted in some way. But some people still think NASCAR is mostly for men, even though there have been female drivers like Danica Patrick and Hailie Deegan who've done really well. The status of female race car drivers is still a touchy subject. Someone who cares a lot about this topic is Kenny Wallace, a former driver. He's getting help from Kyle Petty, who understands the situation well because he saw some of it when his famous dad, Richard Petty, was racing. NASCAR has always been about being inclusive, meaning they don't really care about things like a driver's skin color, religion, gender, or other ways to tell them apart. What matters most is how good a driver is. If you're good, you get a shot in the big leagues like the Cup Series, while new talents have to work their way up. Hailie Deegan is a great example of a female race car driver living her dream. She's done well in a sport mostly filled with men, starting from grassroots tournaments. Her success has made her famous and got her into the Craftsman Truck Series. On Kenny's talk show, The Kenny Conversation, they're talking about how more women can follow Hailie Deegan's path. Kyle Petty, who's seen NASCAR grow over the years, remembers something his dad, Richard Petty, said a long time ago. Kyle stated, "I'm gonna say something. So my dad did an interview. I'm going to throw this out there. He was asked that, and he said, 'What do you think about ladies racing?' And to this, my dad's answer was, 'There are no ladies in racing.'" More women are thinking about racing as a career option nowadays, which is a positive change. But it took a long time for this new way of thinking to become common. Richard Petty's words highlight the same, as Kyle further added. The reporter that asked it said, "Oh, you mean women in racing?" To this, Richard replied, "My mother's a lady. My mother-in-law is a lady. My wife is a lady, and a lady would never drive a race car. A woman might, but a lady would never drive." Agreeing with what Richard Petty said, Kyle added, "It depends on the phrasing in the South, which way you want to go, and that's the way he looked at it." It's good to see that the sport has moved past these old stereotypes, but change has been slow, so it's still tough for women to make a name for themselves in NASCAR. Kyle and Kenny talked about how they used to be protective and how the times they grew up in shaped their views about ladies/women drivers in NASCAR. Kyle Petty was reminded of an incident from the past that was common in the South back then. It's hard to tell if people have really changed their thinking without everyone agreeing on it. In the episode, Kyle talked about a vice president who worked for a sponsor. Petty said, "This is back in the late 70s, maybe early 80s, and she couldn't get in the garage area to see a car. Her company was spending hundreds and thousands of dollars." Kyle said, "NASCAR didn't allow women in the garage area. Here's a corporation that is sponsoring a car in the elite NASCAR series, and a woman who is in charge of the finances for that company can't get in the garage area to see the car because they don't allow women, and that's just the way the sport was." What are your thoughts on this scenario back then in the 70s in NASCAR? Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button for more updates. Thinking about what Kyle said, you might wonder how hard it must have been for famous female drivers just to get a chance to race in one of the nation's top series. They couldn't even get into the garages, let alone behind the wheel and compete for prizes. The sport has come a long way, but there's still more progress to make. If we look at female drivers, they've broken many boundaries with their progress. And Hailie Deegan's recent silver lining is a totally perfect example to justify that. Hailie Deegan, who has been a big deal in the Truck Series, is about to switch gears and start racing in the Xfinity Series. Ford is looking for a new ride, and the racing world is full of rumors at what it might be. After 3 years of exciting truck racing, this rising star is ready to make a name for herself in NASCAR. Fans of racing, hold on tight because AM Racing has plans to run 2 cars in the Xfinity Series. Could this be the break Hailie Deegan has been looking forward to? There are rumors going around that Ford might be able to get her a seat in that brand new car. Will Deegan's hope of glory at Xfinity come true? The mysterious racer Deegan keeps her cards close to her racing suit. While people talk about what she might do in 2024, she has been quietly getting ready for her next big move. Remember how exciting it was when she first raced in the Xfinity Series at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway? She left her mark by coming in 13th place, which made us all want to see more. In a recent tweet, Bob Pockris said, AM Racing announced it will expand to 2 Xfinity cars next season. Brett Moffitt is currently full-time in one of the cars. A Ford team could be a landing spot for Hailie Deegan if Ford is looking for her to move to Xfinity. Still, TBA on her plans. When we discuss Hailie Deegan, there's much more to her advantages and advancements than what we've said here. Thor Sport Racing switches crew chiefs between Hailie Deegan and Ben Rhodes. When Hailie Deegan joined Thor Sport Racing in 2023, she brought with her high expectations. Upon her arrival at the team, she was paired up with crew chief Rich Lushes, who had previously guided Ben Rhodes to victory in the Truck Series in 2021. In spite of the fact that she joined a team that had previously won a championship, Deegan's performance at David Gilliland Racing has not improved during her 2 years there. While the rest of Deegan's colleagues have already secured a spot in the postseason, Deegan has only managed to end the season with 1 top 10 finish since she joined forces with Lushes. As a result, before the race weekend at Bristol, Thor Sport Racing made the announcement that the crew chief for the number 13 team would be switching to the number 99 squad. Lushes will continue to collaborate with Rhodes during the remainder of the season, while Deegan will continue to work with Brian Ross. Step out of the Truck Series and back into the world of cars. Could this be Hailie Deegan's secret to becoming a NASCAR star? As she thinks about what to do next, there's a small chance that she might finally make it to the top of the racing world. The story takes an unexpected turn. Last week, Deegan's rival, a 19-year-old girl, stole the show by making her Xfinity Series dreams come true. Daniel Dye is getting ready to race in the Xfinity Series for the first time with Alpha Prime Racing. He currently races for GMS Racing. The young shooter is all set to hit the pavement in Daytona, Las Vegas, and Phoenix. Is Deegan feeling the heat of competition now that there are so many young, talented people coming up behind her? But the story gets more interesting. Daniel Dye isn't just another rookie. His main backer is Champion Container, and his car has a bright red, yellow, and white color scheme with a powerful "Race to Stop Suicide" slogan. What a race for a good cause. One Daytona, BNL Construction, DME Academy, and Kevtron Media are some of his other clients. Not only is speed on the track important, but so is making a difference. The world of NASCAR is a bubbling cauldron of excitement and unpredictability. The engines are constantly roaring and the tires are constantly screeching. Will Hailie Deegan find a way to make the Xfinity Series work for her? Can she beat both old and new competitors and win with a roar? Stay tuned because the competition for excellence is heating up, and Deegan's trip promises to be an exciting ride that you won't want to miss out on. So that's all we've got for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell us what you think of the video in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you in the upcoming video.